Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Woo! Welcome. It is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, as we each week pick something different to kind of talk about and explore and go into. And I actually am doing something slightly different. I think I got the wrong camera angle.
What are you doing? What are you doing different?
What am I doing different? Well, I have a different microphone, but
okay.
I'm not giving the right camera angle. I thought I was looking into the camera. I thought I had the right angle. Is that the right angle? Let's hope.
Yeah, that's right
angle.
angle. Right, yeah, that's right angle.
Okay, because the other angle, I'm busy talking into the camera, and it was indeed the wrong camera because I got a couple different camera angles set up here. I'm trying to be high tech, so
why? Okay,
because
I'm not.
Angle,
I am not that high tech. I am not that high tech, and I'm okay with it.
It's all good in the neighborhood. If you are just joining us, this is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. I'm Kathy, and
I'm Kenny.
Okay, and we're just brother and sister geeking out on a Saturday night. We've started doing this being in quarantine and still in quarantine, so we're still kind of doing it each week, talking about different topics, whether it's pop culture duos or last week it was all about Michael Jackson and celebrating him. Or was it, no, did we do Michael Jackson last
week? Last week was Michael Jackson.
Else? I can't remember. It's all kinds of topics.
No, it wasn't Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was before last. Last week was movies and TV shows and songs about work.
Oh, work. That's right. It was Labor Day. So we were working it out. So it was all about work. But every week we kind of hang out here. You can join us on our Facebook page. I am putting into the chat as well. I actually posted it because I can do up to 3 sites, and I posted it to my Facebook page because I don't have permission, Kenny, to do your Facebook page. But if you have a camera and a microphone, you can join in with us this week. Why don't you?
Okay, well, this week, first I want to say hi to Michael Hairston, Joe Downs, and James Hales. Hi, guys. Thanks for listening and checking in on us. This week, it is my sister Kathy's birthday. I'm sorry, I got to fix myself. It's my sister Kathy's birthday on the 15th. So we're going to celebrate today on the 12th. So this is all about Kathy Walker and her birthday day. Yay!
Oh, it's funny. It's sad. It's all that. There you go.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. You're lucky it's your birthday. I almost didn't make the show tonight.
Oh, you didn't make the show tonight? That's right.
I was at a barbecue with our cousins. These people had hot dogs, hamburgers, wings that were fried, pasta salad, macaroni salad with the tuna in it, and then it messed up.
So it wasn't all about getting together and being around family. To me, it sounds like for you it was about the food.
It's a black barbecue. Let's talk about the food. Then
they
went ahead and messed up in a deep fried.
Please don't tell me they had some banana pudding there.
They had what? Yeah, they had pudding. They had banana pudding there. Yes.
Oh, shut up now. Go ahead. Come on, talk about it.
And they had crab legs. They had crab legs and beer.
To come back and do this with me.
They had crab legs and beer. But I love you. I love you. So I'm here for your birthday. I love you. Crab legs and beer.
You could have used your phone and just
That
did
you
the
know
show
what?
remotely.
That's what Bunny said. Bunny said, "Can't you use your phone?" I
Exactly.
said,
Why didn't you
"No,
do that?
because I wanted to be here because I didn't want the noise
That's
and things that be
I would have
distracting."
stayed. I would have stayed. Had me some crab legs. Probably not the beer because I
And then
don't
and
do
then and
corporate.
then, and then I was talking
I would
and then I
have
was talking
definitely had me some banana
and I
pudding.
almost had
But
spades. I almost had a spades
okay.
game going because I was talking smack about spades. So I was about to have me some. They had a whole thing full of beer and some crab legs, and I was about to play spades, but I had to leave. And I'm like, yeah, I'm whoop you behind later.
Oh man. So are you gonna leave here and go back? I don't know. Sounds
No,
like
it's
you're
too late.
kind of
It's too late.
committed to
It's too late. It's too late. I
it's
ain't
too
going back.
late. So
That's
you were
me
over in
driving
Philly.
on. That's me driving on back to Philly. I'm good.
All right. Well, actually, we talked about because it sounds like you are hanging with family, and it sounds like it was on mom's side of the family, and we were talking about
Yes.
getting together. So if any of those folks are watching, to do kind of like a virtual meetup on I think
Yeah.
we were saying September 19th, next Saturday,
Yeah.
because that would coincide with Granddaddy's
I think.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
We
something that
had to. Yeah. We had to remind everybody about that family
okay, yeah, I
get
gotta send
together
out
virtual.
something this week so that we
Yeah. We
get
got to send
together
it out.
virtual. And hopefully, wherever you are, you're taking that time to get together virtually with your people and getting together in person when you can, as long as you're doing it safely. Some of the things we go by, and I don't know where I set my mask. Okay, but wearing your mask, staying 6 feet apart, and constantly washing your hands. I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and give my hands a squirt just as
Okay. Yeah.
since
You're in
we're
a. Yeah, I know. I know you're trying to set a good example, but you're in the room by yourself.
okay. All right.
I'm just.
Mind blown.
I'm
All
throwing it
right,
out
I
there.
realize.
Throwing it out there.
Okay, just throwing it out there.
Okay. I want
Oh,
to say.
so
I want to say hi to James. I mean, no, I'm
okay.
sorry. I say hi to James
Shout
Williams and
out to
Linnell.
the kids who's watching.
William and Linnell.
Who we got?
Okay.
All
William
right.
and
Hey.
Linnell. Linnell works with me.
All
She actually
right.
she retired, but she used to work with me. But
Oh, nice. I want to be one of those
I
people that
think
gets to retire one day.
yeah, I think she knows mommy and daddy.
Okay. Usually they are
And
watching. I don't know
yes,
if they're on the line.
and yes, for those out there, I still say mommy and daddy. I'm 53 years old, and I still say mommy and daddy. Back up
Mommy,
off me.
pull it
Oh,
back now.
guess who's watching?
Who's watching?
Mackenzie.
Oh, hey, Mackenzie. She's watching us and
Mackenzie's
going,
watching from my line.
I
Yes.
can't believe I'm related to these people. And what in the heck are they doing? Well, actually, I didn't even usually I print out the list of whatever we're going to talk about, but I figure
Yeah.
if we're talking about my favorites, I shouldn't have to print out a
You
list
shouldn't have to put out a list. I have a list in front of me, and I even had to add some stuff to the list that you forgot that you like.
that I forgot that I like. Well, you added
Now,
something that I don't necessarily like, so I don't know why you added it.
what?
Oh wait, hold
Well,
on. I got a
anyway,
call coming
and
in, but I think
you got a
it's
call
coming
coming
in
in?
on my regular phone, not on the hotline. I
Oh,
can
the
accept.
hotline.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, you probably can. I'm sorry. I have you on speaker. Do you mind being on air?
No.
Okay, because we're broadcasting live. This was actually on my home phone, so it's not on the phone
I
going through
thought.
the system.
Okay, well, put the number up for the phone going through the system.
You want me to call that one?
Okay, yeah, let me put that number up so it'll actually, I think it could be heard.
I don't think she's on that one.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here's our call-in number. So if you want to call in to Kathy and Kenny explain
Technology. I can't stand it.
explain pop culture,
Why don't you
704-252-881. What?
Why don't you introduce the person on the phone?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Because can you hear it? Because
Yeah, we can hear it.
oh, you can hear it. Okay, then fine. We don't have to use that number. All right, on the phone with us live from all the way from New Jersey is Michelle Carter.
Yeah. All right, Michelle.
Okay. Hello.
No?
Hey.
Hi,
Hi.
Kathy.
Hi. How are you?
All right.
This is
Happy
stuff.
birthday, girl.
This is some stuff Kenny pulled. I imagine trying to get people to call in.
You think?
Huh?
You think?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you. Thank you so much for calling in. You know, you were on I sent you a text this week. You were on my mind because I knew you guys were going back. And Michelle is a teacher in New Jersey, and I guess you guys are all virtual.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me just say, 3 down, 177 to go.
If you're doing that 180 countdown.
There you go.
Well, the thing,
Last year. This might be the year.
This could be the year.
But hey,
the thing we need to mention about Michelle is that she's a teacher at our old school.
congratulations to you on Madam Principal and the award-winning actress that you are.
Thank you.
You are a woman of many talents. And I've always admired it. I was talking to a friend of mine about you and how you were in New York and the stuff that you did in New York. And I always admire that. Just go out there and step out there and take a chance attitude that you have. And look where you are. Amazing.
You don't talk about me.
Going like out there in the business for all those years and decided to become a teacher. And now look where you are.
And just thank you so much. Kenny, don't have anybody else call. I'm not going to be crying on TV.
I think I got some more surprises coming.
I have a hard time connecting and talking.
I know.
So
and I hate that because usually when we talk, we might not talk for like months, but then when we talk, it's like this 2-3 hour conversation because we got to cover all of our bases. But no, I love you. I'm so glad you called, and we'll talk. We'll talk offline.
We will talk, but I want you to have a happy birthday.
Thank
we
you.
Don't count anymore.
Oh, of course not.
Just blessed for every day that we have, whatever the number is.
There you go.
Because I sure don't feel old. So,
we're not.
Okay.
We're not.
We're not.
Haddon Heights finest.
Oh, see, I didn't know how to do the technology and be on the phone and in a room with the computer at the same time because I was going to put on my mask that says Garnet.
Oh, Garnet.
I'm just saying. I know. What can I say?
Michelle, don't tell people you don't know how to work the technology.
Right. I'm not going to monopolize your time.
Don't tell people that.
Glad you called, ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Carter on the phone.
Right. Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, Michelle. Huh?
You're welcome. Be blessed, honey, and we'll catch up.
Bless you. Love you. Oh, okay. Oh, that was fun. That's exciting. Now I'm feeling bad that I didn't charge up the phone, but okay. You're a little sneaky, Kenny. I
just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm hoping for a couple more calls, but
okay.
we'll see if they come through.
All right. You're sneaky. You're sneaky. And this was a show I figure, it's a show about my favorites. I shouldn't have to do much preparing for it. And I didn't even I got a couple of clips because I was going to talk about some of my favorite pop culture singers and of course, it can't be a show on pop culture if I don't talk about my faves. So I wanted to, can I do some of my faves? I don't know. Or do you have more surprises?
No. I have the surprises will come when they come. Just keep your phone on.
Okay. Just keep the phone on.
Keep the phone on.
All right. So one of my all-time favorite singer. Oh wait, are we doing my favorites or not?
We're doing your favorites. You're doing singers now. Let's do singers. Let's do your favorite singers.
All right. My favorite singers. Jackie Wilson. I don't know what it is about Jackie Wilson. Maybe it's the fact that he actually, his last show, he was performing and he had a stroke, which was actually probably the end of his career. But just the energy, everything from Rick Petite to Baby Workout to Lonely Teardrops. I don't know. There's just something about when you hear Jackie Wilson singing, you know it's Jackie Wilson. And I just think he's the man. And maybe it's all those stories that my mother used to tell about going to one of his concerts and getting a piece of his tie. Because I guess when he sang, he got so into it, he take off his tie, throw it in the audience, and she actually had a piece of it. But whatever it is, Jackie Wilson was always one of my favorites. If you even know who Jackie Wilson is, if you have a favorite Jackie Wilson song, leave it for us in the comments. Share it. Let me know. Me, I'm a fan of Reet Petite, Lonely Teardrops. And if I can I tell a Jackie Wilson story? Not a Jackie Wilson story, but just a Jackie Wilson song. One of his favorite songs of mine was a song called To Be Loved. And I remember in the theater, I went to see a movie called Coming to America, which was, I'm sorry, I got the story wrong. My mom says she didn't have a piece of his tie; she had the whole tie. I thought the legend was she had a piece of it.
I was kind of worried about the piece of the tie thing. Like, how you going to?
I thought she had a piece of the tie. I didn't realize she had a whole tie. Anyway, but what does that make Jackie Wilson my daddy? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow,
I just think that's funny. Wow. Anyway. So much for what I think is funny. But in any case, we were watching Coming to America, and I think my mom and I were in the theater because I remember her being upset and embarrassed because in the love scene, they played that Jackie Wilson song, To Be Loved, which I absolutely loved. So I'm in the theater like singing it and belting it out, as if, I had the voice of Jackie Wilson.
Excuse me one second. While we're celebrating Kathy's birthday, I'd like to say hi to John, Paul, Elijah, Nancy, and Bruce is on right now. Plus, I want to say
your Bruce or my Bruce?
My Bruce. Oh, okay. Bruce. But I want to say something to our father who's listening. That comment about Jackie Wilson being her dad. Remember that when you make the will.
Okay. Everybody's got jokes. All right, that's pretty cool. So my favorites in pop culture, my favorite singers in pop culture, and again, are they the world's greatest singers? Probably not, but just
Jackie Wilson. Come on.
But Jackie,
so who you got next?
And you know what? It's not always about the singer. Sometimes it's about the attitude. And my next one, and I don't think the picture I downloaded was able to come up on, so I don't have a picture for the next one. But my next one, what happened to my picture? Okay, hold on. I gotta find a picture because that wouldn't do justice. What other surprises do you have? Because I'm just now I'm worried.
I'm waiting for a couple of calls.
You're waiting for a couple of calls?
I'm waiting for. Hopefully they come.
Do I have to flash the number again?
Yeah, you flash the number. Keep flashing the number.
Okay, I can
for a couple people to call.
I'm trying to. I'm stalling for time as I get a picture of.
Okay, you're stalling for time.
Of my next.
Okay, so what I want to say
favorite singer of all time.
I want to say to our listeners that if you have, while she's stalling for time, I want to say to our listeners, if you have any ideas for future pop culture shows, please holler at us. Let us know. Call the number and let us know what you want us to do. Or, if you have us on Facebook, it's message us or whatever. We will have a website soon coming up. So just
website's in the works. The
website is in the works. Website's in the works, so you'll be able to get in touch with us and let us know what you want us to do on pop culture, what you want us to talk about, and tell us what you like about our show, what you don't like about our show, what we could do to get you guys happy and have you laughing and give you joy on a Saturday night.
Just have some fun on Saturday night.
I know
my next singer
is joy. Oh wow!
My next favorite of all time, Dinah Washington. Dinah Washington. Not only is her voice just so distinctive, and everybody knows what a difference a day makes, but oh man, there's some deep cuts that you can go on Dinah Washington. There's Dinah Washington Sings the Blues, where she's just riffing. She does a a Bessie Smith song, and she is just awesome. And see, the thing that's cool about her is that not only was she this awesome singer, but in her day, she was also like a producer and also kind of owned her own record company. So she was like one of those first like moguls, like I know Beyonce, whatever. But you know what? Had there not been a Dinah Washington, there would be no Beyonce. And they say she could drink most men under the table. And that's my kind of woman. So she was just all just kind of rough edges and hard, but yet this voice that was just unmistakable, undeniable. When you hear Dinah Washington sing, you know it. We would love to play it, but I think they flag our video and you can't even watch it if we play the music because we don't have the rights. But Dinah Washington, what a difference a day makes. That's our hit, and that's probably where most people would come in and they would know her, but her catalog is strong. Her game is strong. You have to check out Dinah Washington. Just anything by Dinah Washington. So that's what I recommend. Okay. Who else do you have listening? Oh, our cousin Jackie. Hey, hi, Jackie is on the line. We got cousins in the house. I do have the phone on, Kenny. I'll keep it on and make sure I keep the volume on because I'm bad at that too, not keeping the volume on, even though I only have 32% on the phone. So hopefully it'll stay in. And we'll stay going. What else? Hey, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you. I'm talking to somebody. And
okay, because I'm going on and on, and I'm talking
okay.
about my favorites. Because here on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, every Saturday night we come together. We talk about different topics, whether it is movies about workplaces and TV shows about workplaces, whether it is duos and duets, whether it is superhero movies, just different topics each week. If you have a topic, leave it for us in the comments. If there's something that you want to talk about with pop culture, you can always call us. The number is on the screen. It's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, K-Walk Comedy on YouTube. And also want to remind you to check out Kenny and his projects as a spoken word artist. You can find that at KennyKPWalkerJr.com. Kenny KP Walker Jr., all one big old thing. You put that in your little Google machine.com and boom, you'll get to all the things he's done, including a blog he writes for Obsidian Nomad, as well as his spoken word thing. And of course, you can use that to access his new spoken word CD. I know it's my birthday, but let's plug your CD.
And we can do this, it's all one love. Do it for the world, because see, that's what I'm thinking of. This racism thing, it's just another form of hate. Let's throw it all away so we can all be great. And if I can teach the world to appreciate color, if I can teach the world to love one another, I can die a truly free man because I live the best way I can.
So again, I know it's my birthday and we're celebrating me, but I also want to make sure I do a shout out for my
No, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
And his
anyway,
spoken word album. Well, you know,
let's go to. I know. But let's go to your next singer.
My next.
And by the way, Dinah Washington does a version of "Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby" that I love. And there's also on Verb, there's also a jazz remix of that song.
Of Is You You Ain't My Baby?
Oh, I got the jazz remix on a couple of my playlists.
By Dinah Washington?
Dinah Washington. It's a jazz remix of Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby, which is phenomenal.
Oh wow.
But let's talk about your next singer.
My next singer, I don't know if I'm in the right order because I just put them on the list. Now I'm going to save that singer for last. I'll do this singer. I know you put the Supremes on there, and they're not absolutely my favorite. I mean, I like that song. You Just Keep Me Hanging On, but that not necessarily my favorite singer. So just FYI, I don't know why you put that on the list.
Because you played it all the time when we were kids.
I know, but that was just that one song. It wasn't that,
When I tell you she played this song all the time, she played this song all the damn time. All the time. All
Okay.
the time.
Before
My
before we leave
friend,
down to Washington, because
say hi to my
actually
friend
there's a
Cheryl who's
Sony,
listening to us. Yeah.
there's a Sony compact version, compact jazz of Dinah Washington, and the song that you must listen to, like, I mean, there's good stuff like Manhattan, We'll Take Manhattan, the Bronx, and that's the jam too. And but it is I Could Write a Book. So write that down. I Could Write a Book. Dinah Washington. You listen to that song and then get back to me. So if you have iTunes where you can get listen to all the different music, it's I Could Write a Book. Are you taking notes, Kenny? Because you got a whole list of stuff that I've given you that you got to watch. But I Could Write a Book by Dinah Washington is the one that you got to listen to. You got to hear. I Could Write a Book. And then If I Were a Bell. But okay, and that those two.
I will listen to those. I will listen to those.
If I Could Write a Book and If I Were a Bell.
If I Were a Bell.
Yes. Definitive Dinah Washington. All right. My next who's my next singer on my list? Let's get to my favorites, all-time favorites. And again, usually there's a story. I don't know why. I'm going to put it on my favorites because I forgot who I drug down to Atlantic City to see a concert for this singer. And I know she's not the world's greatest singer, but her, what, you? Did you?
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
No, that
wasn't
there.
I didn't go there.
Irene Cara. I don't know why I was such a big Irene Cara fan. I don't know. Maybe it's because I
huge Irene Cara fan.
I love Sparkle. Philip Michael.
Huge Irene. I mean,
I don't know.
Not get it. Every Irene. Did you know that Irene Cara made it?
She was probably the real star of Sparkle, but I was.
Did you know that Irene? I bet nobody out there knows that Irene Cara made so many records that she made like 2 or 3 records back in the 80s.
Right.
Because Kathy had them.
I'm the only one who owned them.
Kathy had them, and she played them all the time. Between playing Set Me Free, Why Don't You, Baby?
I like
all the time.
Set Me Free, Why Don't You, Baby? So, okay, Irene Cara, everybody knows Fame and Flashdance, but if you take a deep dive, the album,
reading comic books, watching cartoons, and next door I'll be like, "Yo, turn that down! You playing it again?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see comments coming in, but my mom was saying we saw a play about Dinah Washington, and I think that was in Winston-Salem, if I don't believe, during what they have a Black theater theater festival every 2 years in Winston-Salem. Right. And I believe, no. I scratch that. That's Jackie Wilson. So I play about Jackie Wilson at that film festival. The Dinah Washington play played in New York City, and I think I had seen it, but my mom came up to New York City when I was living there to see it, and it starred Yvette Nicole Brown, who most people might remember from ER. She was one of the nurses on ER. I think she's done another show. Was it The Office or Parks and Rec? I don't. Do you know, Kenny? You can look it up.
No,
Ed is listening. Ed probably knows. Yvette Nicole Brown. She's probably most famous these days for being a guest on Talking Dead, not Walking Dead, Talking Dead, because she comes in with her notebook and she knows all about the show. And this is another thing I didn't know about Dinah Washington. And evidently she was married to a football star, Night Train Lane. Really? Okay. I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, this is testing our pop culture credentials.
Yeah, Night Train. Well, if you know who Night Train Lane is, could you please educate us,
enlighten us? Because
I'm not even looking that up. I'm just saying.
So we're just talking about some of my favorites, and and I'm just doing some of my favorite singers. My all-time favorite singer with now this is true because I did drag you to Atlantic City, I think, to see her in concert.
Yes, you did.
I dragged my mom out to the Spectrum, I think, to see her in concert. One time, Michelle, who called earlier, my best friend Michelle Carter, and her sister Sandy, we were at a nightclub. And I was a little upset because I wish I had tickets to go see Tina Marie. And when I asked the DJ if he could play some Tina Marie, he said he wasn't going to play anything right now, but he could do me one better. He went up to his little booth, came down, gave me 2 tickets for the Tina Marie concert that was actually going on right then and there.
And that's when you left Sandy behind.
So Tina Marie, that's like my all-time favorite singer. And see, why you got to go there? You got to.
But that's when you left Sandy behind.
We didn't leave her behind. We wound up taking her home so that we could go to somewhere. I forgot what that. It began with a K.
Saturday night
begins with a K, and Phil is like outside of Philadelphia, I think, huh?
What, the Keswick?
Keswick, yes. How'd you know that? Well, I guess
because I'm the co-host of Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, and that pretty much is my job.
But in any case, we went there, and I just don't
know who Night Train Lane is.
Marie live, and I remember when I was living in New York, I had to have surgery on my foot to remove a couple of these little bones that was causing these big, like, gnarly looking calluses and corns. But in any case, my friend at the time, Nancy, was driving me home back to my apartment in Brooklyn from the surgery. And I'm like, stop the car. And meanwhile, because I'm in the back sprawled out with these bandages on my legs, she thinks I'm in pain or something's wrong. And it's like, no, stop the car. Because I see this poster, because evidently Tina Marie was going to be in New York City at the House of Blues. So I had to stop the car. And this was before smartphones, and write down all the information so that I could call by the time I got home. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, even though I wasn't fully healed, I got to go to the House of Blues to see Tina Marie. And it was standing room only. So it was kind of like when we saw The Revolution, where you don't have any place to sit down. But because I had these bandages on my feet and, looking all pathetic, they actually brought out a chair for me. So I got to sit right up front, get some Lady T. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, love a girl and all that stuff. On the R&B side, though, you probably know about Fire and Desire and those Behind the Groove. And
I think when we saw her, Tommy Davidson had opened for her.
Oh,
so
right.
he came in when she was on the stage. When she was on stage, he came out and he like clowned around with Fire and Desire or something.
Right.
So it was.
Because I remember him joking, ain't gonna be no Rick James here tonight. But if you are not Tina Marie fan, and I know it's not for everybody's taste, but the album to check out is her first album. It was called Wild and Peaceful, and I think it was pretty cool and pretty noteworthy. Because of the fact she was a white artist on Motown, and her first release didn't feature her picture. So a lot of people didn't even realize she was white till the next album came out. But it was interesting because when Motown first came out, they used to put pictures on the albums as opposed to the artists, so that people wouldn't realize it was black artists. And here it was working in reverse. But anyway.
Yeah, but I remember seeing her at the Spectrum. Huh? I remember seeing her at a Budweiser Superfest before I seen her with you. When I was with you, I saw her at a Budweiser Superfest in the 90s, probably 80s actually. And it
that wasn't the Sinbad one, was it?
No, it was her. It was her. It was Kool and the Gang. It was a couple other bands. It was a Budweiser Superfest. You used to do it at the Spectrum. WDAS used to do it. But I tell a story all the time, and it's actually true. Tina Marie was such a great singer that was so underrated. She held a note that was so long in one of her songs. I got up and had to go to the bathroom. Stopped by the concession stand, got something to drink, came back and sat down with my date, and she was still holding the same note. I don't lie.
I think one of the coolest, not coolest, but it was just an interesting story. She had a song called Since Day One on one of her later albums, but it featured Lenny Kravitz. And I remember when she passed, he actually talked about how big an influence she was on him, and that at the time when he was trying to be a singer, that even though his mom was Roxy Roker, and he could have made it big, just maybe trying to get off his mom's name, that he, I guess, wanted to make it on his own, and he was out there living in the streets and trying to be a musician or whatever. Tina Marie was one of the people who took him in and let him sleep on her couch and helped to kind of form who he is as a musician. So I just thought that was kind of a cool.
I want to give a shout out to our cousin Lyndon Brown, who's listening.
Hey, Lyndon.
Down in North Carolina with you.
In North Carolina in the house. Wait, we got comments on. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think my dad is still like 5 or 10 minutes behind when we were talking about
Richard Lane playing for the Rams.
Night Train Lane.
Yeah,
so
Richard Cardinals in Detroit.
Our pop culture references don't. I guess.
Did he play for the Eagles?
Did he play for the Eagles?
Did he play for the Ravens? This is not important. Okay, go next comment. All Pro 7 times. Okay, we don't care. He didn't play for the Eagles. He didn't play for the Ravens. We really don't care. Keep it moving.
Why would we care about the Ravens? Really?
Don't you guys? Who's the Carolina Ravens? What's the Carolina team?
Ravens are in Baltimore. Dude.
Oh, Ravens are in Baltimore. The Panthers. The Carolina.
I know I didn't have a fantasy football team this year.
The Carolina. I don't watch football anymore. Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
So he don't play for the Panthers. Didn't play for the Eagles. We don't.
You don't really care. All right.
No.
So much for caring. No. Well, you know what? If we're talking favorites, and we're talking.
Let's go to your favorite.
My favorite. Can I talk about my favorite?
Your favorite what?
Comedians?
Yes, I was going to say that. You read my mind.
All right, because for those of you who know me, during some of my time in New York City, when I was hanging out there for 13 years living in New York, of those 13 years, for about 7 or 8 of them, I did stand-up comedy. Now, again, didn't always do it well, but I did it for a while.
No. Do not sell yourself short. Kathy was hilarious. And I should know because I was 50% of her act, and I should have been collecting royalties. But she was hilarious.
Money. Well, again, the money came when I got to play some colleges and some different venues. But I did get to be a regular for a while. What's that place called in New York? I don't even know. Gosh,
you were there.
I know. The comic strip, Lord have mercy. My mind, don't get to be as old as I am, and we're not talking about my age, but I wanted to share, since it's my favorite things, 3 comics that I really always enjoyed. And I know there are tons of more modern comics that you can look to, but at the time when I was doing comedy, I was actually trying to understand it as well. So I also read a lot of books and read a lot of biographies. And I think all 3 of these comics are comics who I read biographies on. One of them, I actually have an autographed copy of one of his books. So that's exciting and a very
What's that number? I'm sorry. What's that number again?
The phone number to call, 704-252-8813. Again, that's Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. You can call us on that hotline and shout out and say hi. If you want to join us on the stream, you are welcome to join us on the stream by clicking this link, which I will post up. I think I can copy it and post it again. I don't know if it'll let me post it again, but I'll get the link up there again in a minute.
I need to see the number again. I didn't see the number.
You didn't see it? Sorry. 704-252-8813. 704-252-8813. Give us a call and shout out on the show, and we will shout out. So anyway, the comics who influenced me were comics that I did a lot of reading about in their backstories. One of them was Lenny Bruce. Now, I know a lot of people only know Lenny Bruce because he got arrested, and again, he used bad words. But you know what? It was all in this. It was all in telling comedy or giving comedy from real life. And again, towards the end, he spent more time just reading his legal briefs and spiraling into a bunch of mess. But Lenny Bruce was always one of my favorites. I had a cassette of him live recording that I would listen to over and over again because there was just something about his rhythm and his storytelling that I always enjoyed and always appreciated. Hey, Kelly Rife is listening from my Troutman days. Oh, wait. I don't know which one she's talking about. But yeah, it probably is because I am old people now. Another one of my comic favorites of all time that I feel like I learned from and who I actually met and got an autograph book from was George Carlin. George Carlin, I always thought was awesome. And again, mainly appreciated him for just his use of words and language. Because to me, comedy wasn't always about, the pratfalls or the physical comedy, which I did like, and it wasn't always about just cursing, but it was telling a story and playing with words and wordplay. And I think George Carlin really did a good job of that. And then finally, my top three, the comedy trio, as I like to call them, at the top is Pryor, who in my mind was the man. And again, if you just think of Richard Pryor as saying dirty words, because a lot of comics, I think, wanted to be like Richard Pryor, but they were just using dirty words. It's more than the dirty words. It's the storytelling. It's the emotion that he put behind the stories that you follow. And yeah, I like Eddie Murphy. I can appreciate a lot of the comics I love and appreciate and follow. But those are my top three. If any other one I would want to give a shout out to, and that would be Mom's Mabley.
Keep the number up there, please.
Albums that I listened to, even though I wasn't supposed to when I was a kid, was Mom's Mabley.
I'm asking you to keep the number up.
Keep the number. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Anyway, I what I love about Richard Pryor is the fact that he was in a horrible accident. He made a bad mistake. He was doing drugs. He burned himself up, and he was able to come back and make a comeback on stage and make jokes about it. And they were funny.
But see, and to me, that's where comedy has its impact, where you could take real life and make fun of it and find the humor in it. And that's the magic. That's the magic. Anyway. All right, we're doing my favorites. I'm going to cut my list down because I had a bunch of favorite TV shows, a bunch of favorite movies I was going to share.
Let's talk about your favorite. Let's talk about your favorite movies.
Top 5 list of my favorite actresses' movies. What?
Let's talk about your favorite movies because your favorite actress is in the favorite movies section, and I think we should talk about
favorite movie. Okay, so I'm just going to give the short version. Well, I know you hated Hamilton, but I've been watching that on Disney+.
I didn't hate Hamilton.
I know you didn't like it, but I liked it. You know what? Another movie I like because I like time travel.
I hated The Greatest Showman. Hamilton was cool.
All right. Well, The Greatest Showman is on my list, and I don't know why I like that movie, but I like it, so it's on my list. Deal with it. You know what else I like? I like The Family Man, and I know it wasn't.
I love The Family Man.
It was not. And I'm not that big a Nick Cage fan, but there's just something about that the wistfulness of that movie that kind of take on It's a Wonderful Life. But I like Family Man and Don Cheadle. Oh, I call all you guys Joe. Anyway, if you haven't seen Family Man, I'm sorry, The Family Man, because there might be other movies called Family Man. I don't know about that.
The Family Man with Nicolas Cage is an awesome movie.
Téa Leoni,
right,
Don Cheadle. Just go watch it. Another movie on my favorites, and you know what? I was thinking about some of these favorite movies. Sometimes what makes them favorites is kind of where and when I saw them. But this movie, The Color Purple, I actually remember seeing, and I was in the theater with it is actually Michelle again and Robin Coleman. We were watching this movie in the theater, and I think we were home for like winter break during college, and we went to. I'm thinking it wasn't Echelon. I think it was the theater on Malton. Anyway, I'm going back into Jersey Girl stuff. We watched The Color Purple, and at one point towards the end of the movie, we were just passing out tissues because we were all just like crying. Oh, I see you, and I appreciate you, Just Sampson, a friend of mine from the Income Stream, hanging out. I appreciate you so much, brother. We're hanging out for my birthday show, so thanks.
Speaking of Robin Coleman, she's on my page and she's waving high and
Hey,
she's supposed to be
Robin.
calling in, but she's supposed to be calling in, but I don't think she can do that right now. But we'll try to get
Okay,
her to call in.
I
We'll
had
try
a
to do
phone
that.
notification, so I probably missed it because it didn't. And this phone, oh, you know what? The do not disturb was on. I hate that. Okay,
Oh,
hopefully
Robin,
we'll get
Robin,
it
if you're still listening, call again.
more.
But
We'll
anyway,
get it. Uh, and
anyway, the color purple.
but we watched Color Purple. We
Every
were all crying at the end, and I really remember that distinctively because it wasn't snowing when we went in, but it was snowing when we came out. What's up?
everything you do is gonna come back.
Everything
you
you
do
do
right
is
by
gonna come
me.
back with
Until you do right by me, everything you do is gonna come back.
Oh gosh, how
Until
many
you
people
do right.
know that? They know that um, the end of The Color Purple or Whoopi Goldberg's speech to him by heart. That is the thing to know. So again, this is Kathy and Kitty Explain Pop Culture. Today we're not really explaining pop culture. We're just sharing some of my favorites.
Because it's gonna be Kathy's birthday.
One of my favorite
It's gonna be
movies of
Kathy's
all
birthday in
time.
a couple of 15.
Another favorite.
Go ahead.
I shut up. I heard you talking. I was going to be quiet.
I said it's gonna be Kathy's birthday, so we're doing everything Kathy today. Her birthday is coming September the 15th.
Another favorite movie of mine is it's a movie called Playing by Heart. It's a small little movie.
I never heard this movie.
A lot of, huh?
I never heard this movie.
Got a lot of, okay, this doesn't work if you talk while I'm talking. It's Playing by Heart. Sean Connery and Gina Davis. Gillian Anderson. Who else is in this stupid thing? Ryan Philippe and Angelina Jolie. That's it. But anyway, it's a bunch of different storylines that are all woven in at the end. It's called Playing by Heart. The guy who directed it, I don't think he's ever directed any other films. And I think it's a nice first film. He wrote and directed it, but I don't think he has written or directed anything else since. I want to say Richard Carroll, but it's something Carroll is. Frank Carroll is the guy who did this movie, but it's called Playing by Heart. So it's just something that you should check out, or if you get a chance to check it out, Playing by Heart. And of course, my number one all-time favorite movie. It's kind of boring because if you know me, you know what it is. It's What? What, Kenny? Go ahead. Go ahead and talk.
Fame is your favorite movie. You know, I've watched Fame so many times as a kid. It is not. I know the movie by heart. I can when I do the movie quotes with Kathy, I can. Hey boo, go, hey boo. What? Come here. No, I don't. You know, I know Fame myself by heart. What do you call that? Wicked. You know, it's. I know the whole thing by heart.
You know the movie by heart.
Hi.
And you know, I meant to bring it. What?
Hi, how
I
you
have to find it because I have the coolest picture of, and it was a cake that my friends at Troutman Middle had made up. And actually, I know that was mainly Natalie Kelly was behind it. But when I left Troutman, they made a cake, and the decoration was in the same font as the movie Fame. And again, all Natalie's doing, but that was really cool. And I thought that was really nice because they knew, hey, that was, my all-time favorite movie. I'm just trying to find the picture, but I can't find it. So we'll move on. But yeah, those are my favorite. I started to put a picture on the thumbnail of just what's his name? Will Ferrell. That's my favorite. Oh no, the phone didn't ring again. And I think the phone was ringing, but it didn't go through. So I'm going to try to play the message if you can hear it on there. Oh no, there was no message left. But we had a call and the phone didn't go.
Yeah. What's wrong with the phone thing, man?
You
messed up my surprises.
My phone game.
I got people contacting me here telling me they can't get through.
I'm sorry, my phone game is not on point. And oh no. Because I probably should hold the phone up so I can see it. That way if it starts ringing, then I know I can pick it up.
Yeah.
Because evidently I'm missing it. I'm just not.
Yeah, you're missing it, man. Okay.
Meanwhile, you did all this work. I apologize.
Yes.
Sorry.
I made all these texts for nothing. Okay, but anyway,
Anyway.
so Fame, which is a very good movie. We have enough time to go through your TV list.
Oh, we do. Okay, we have a few minutes to go through my. Well, again, you probably can go through my TV list better than me. Huh?
Okay. So at the bottom of the list is ER.
ER.
And we all remember ER. Wouldn't be Grey's Anatomy if you didn't have ER first and St. Elsewhere and things like that. But ER. Fringe. I never watched Fringe before.
It was weird because I don't like sci-fi, but half my list is sci-fi, and I actually Fringe kind of grew on me, and I didn't want to watch it because I was upset that the X-Files was ending. But I started watching it and I actually liked it. It's actually not too bad.
And the next one we have
you would like it, Kenny. You would like it.
The next we have on our list is I have a little story about that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
And it's just story happened. I was at a Comic-Con, and the guy that plays Spike, is it the character?
James
I never seen that. He was at a Comic-Con, and I had Kathy on the phone. I'm trying to get him to say hi to Kathy on the phone, and the guy that managed, because they have people managing them at Comic-Cons, and I walk up to the guy and he goes, "Oh, he doesn't talk on the phone." I'm like, "No, like everybody talks on the phone." But he's like, "No, he doesn't do that," and but what you can do is we can have him, you can put your phone on record and you can videotape him saying hi to your sister. I said, "Oh, that's cool. Let's do that." Wait a minute. How much is that? He said $40. He said $45. I said, I guess you're gonna have to do without.
$45.
I love her, but not that much.
$45.
I don't love her enough to pay some guy $45 to say hi to her. I'm good.
Also on my list,
I met C. Thomas Howell that day though. He probably would have did it for free. But anyway,
don't disparage C. Thomas Howell. He was in The Outsiders.
I know, but C. Thomas. Look, what I'm saying is when I met C. Thomas Howell, he was very, very cool. We had a nice conversation, and he probably would have did that call for free. But go ahead.
Awesome.
Your next thing on your list is Glee and Fame.
Glee and Fame, because I don't know, I kind of put them together. Those kind of singy dancing movies, and I hate musicals, but those two TV shows.
I don't know.
I did.
Fame kind of gets ahead of it because Fame kind of comes ahead of that because Fame had Janet Jackson on it.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know. I thought Glee was a little edgier. Fame at least had original music, like they had original songs.
Yeah, Fame had original music. Desmona, watch your step.
And the only reason you know that is I had the album and I used to play.
Yeah.
it.
Besides the Irene Cara and the Supremes,
I would play the soundtrack from the Fame.
On. She would play tracks from the Fame album every day.
Oh, I need to look that up to see if I can get that on iTunes. That was awesome.
It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. The soundtrack.
The next one is a classic. The next one is on her list is a classic, and it is Soap.
And it's Soap, and it's really the first 3 seasons that I really enjoyed, and just the idea
of a career
of mixing formats where you had the soap opera format, but only as a sitcom, that I always thought was fun. And
it started the careers of people like Robert Urich and
Billy Crystal.
And it was a great show. If you've never seen Soap, Young, if you want Robert Young, and if you've never seen Soap,
Robert.
And the woman who played the mother on Who's the Boss, that everybody loves her from Who's the Boss, but she recently got a big break on Soap.
Catherine Heyman.
Yeah,
she recently passed away. But in any case, Soap, and again,
Soap is hilarious.
Okay, hilarious. And the thing that makes Soap work is the comedy on different levels, because you had comedy in the writing and just the wordplay of it. Also, some of the what's wrong?
Okay, no. I was going to tell you, Robin had called in. Okay. And she left a message on your phone because she couldn't get through. So she left a message, but she says we're funny.
Okay.
Usually we're funny. Usually
don't know
we're funny
why.
looking, but we're funny. Yeah, I know. She thinks we're funny.
Okay. Thank you, Robin.
Anyway,
Thank you.
anyway,
Trying to tell it.
so yeah,
But
we
again,
were saying about soap.
yeah, I was trying to explain the humor of it and why it works and why it's on so many different levels. That we, I just forget it, but just know it was good. And again, if you can go back and watch those old episodes,
Some
I
of
don't know whether
some
they're
of the
streaming anymore.
some of the content matter. Hold on a second. Bear with me.
And only the first two scenes were really, I mean, the first two seasons. After the third season, it kind of went downhill, but it was still good. Same thing could be said for my number one TV show of all times, and that is The Files, X Files. Big X File fan, big, huge geek. And yes, I was one of those nerds who would watch it and tune in on AOL afterwards to some of the chat rooms where we would then talk about it because I was that geeky and nerdy because every little nuance of the X Files we got into. I was into it big time for the first 6 seasons. After that, okay, it jumped the shark. I know it did. Even when it came back, it jumped the shark. And even the movies weren't as great as I wanted them to be. But I am an X File fan. So there you go. And that is my list. Oh, I forgot to mention, well, my all-time favorite actress. I was going to do all my actors and actresses, but I know
Go
I
ahead.
don't
You
have
got
time.
time. You got time.
Just
You
really,
got time. You
really
got time.
quickly. Okay, I
It's
got a few
okay. We go
minutes.
5 minutes over.
But before we move on, can I do something else? Because
Go
it's
ahead.
my birthday, right? Okay. So it is my birthday. And if you are following me on Facebook, if you're following Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, I'm going to post this on there as well. And Facebook has these little fundraisers. And this month is September is National Suicide Prevention Month. And just to kind of get a little kind of serious, not super serious, but serious, I'm going to be posting every day. Just one of these little cards or one of these little Canva kind of um, awareness things about suicide prevention. Um, and again, not to get super serious on you, but in this time when we're dealing with so many different things when it comes to the pandemic and quarantining, my brother and I, we get to do this and hang out and be fun. And actually, the fun part comes kind of after the show because we spend another hour just kind of FaceTiming and talking about the show, the next show, our lives, and whatever. And that's kind of how we keep the depression away. But there are a lot of people who can't. And I was really upset to find out a former student from one of the schools I was at had taken his own life. And at only 16, that really shouldn't happen. So that's why I wanted to make my birthday fundraiser for helping
Sorry
they
to hear
spread
that.
the word. I'm going to be posting, I think every day from now to the end of the month, at least about suicide prevention and awareness, and posting the phone numbers so that people can call, so that you know that there is someone to call. And if you do need to call, 1-800-273-8255, and we'll put that number up in just a second. But again, it's 1-800 two
Um,
seven three 8255. If you need to reach out to someone, make sure that you do. So that's
are you? Are you?
my
Are,
one.
is your phone ringing?
No, it's not. I
Okay,
mean,
just
here's
make
the
sure.
phone.
Okay, just
Oh, wait.
check it and make sure.
I mean, here is the phone.
All right,
Nothing's
make sure you don't
happening.
miss. You might have a call coming in a minute. Make sure you don't miss any calls. Anyway,
Okay. I mean, I'll hold the phone up here so that if it rings, if it vibrates, we'll hear
keep
it.
it on your. Keep it in. Yeah, okay. So anyway, what we were saying now, though, yeah, please make sure you call that number. Make sure Kathy has a fund going for a birthday. Make sure you donate. It's a very important thing. It's a very important. It's much you think because a lot of people going through a lot of things because of COVID. So please do that. Now, and that's another reason we do the show too, because because of COVID and because people quarantined, People need to laugh about. So we're not talking. We don't come on. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about social issues. We don't talk about things that might make you,
Well, I just did
upset
a
or
little
mad.
speech about a social issue, but yeah,
Yeah,
but more
well,
narrow.
but technically we don't
So
do that on a normal basis. That was a special case, which should be well said, and that's one reason why we do this show in the first place. So we want to make you laugh, we want to make you smile, we want to make you happy, we want to engage you in conversation, that's going to keep you upbeat. So that's what we do. Excuse me, that's what we do.
all right. Oh, my last one, I forgot my last one. It was my favorite actress, and I just wanted to give my top 5 movies of her
Yeah,
movies. Because if you
go
watch
ahead. I
any
want to
of
hear
these,
this.
we said, huh?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
All-time favorite actress, Natalie Wood. She's the bomb. Other good actresses, yeah, they're okay. Betty Davis, oh, all right, yeah, whatever. I just recently watched Now Voyager, and that was good. I give it to you. But Natalie Wood was the bomb. If you don't believe me, go back and watch West Side Story. Okay, you don't like musicals? Try Rebel Without a Cause. Okay, not for you? Then try Splendor in the Grass. Come on now, Warren Beatty's debut. Gotta try that one. If you don't like that one, Gypsy. Hey, Gyp. Even if you don't like Natalie Wood, you got Carl Malden, you got Rosalind Russell, and she's awesome in that movie. But let's say you don't like all those. Oh, you have got to check out, and this is my mom's favorite Natalie Wood movie, Love with the Proper Stranger. I was just watching that like 2 weeks ago, and awesome the way that movie kind of holds up. Steve McQueen.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you
That's a good
something?
one.
Can I tell you
Yes.
something? Your phone is going
Let's talk.
straight to voicemail.
My phone, how is it going straight to voicemail?
I don't know,
All
but
right.
your phone, because somebody else just tried to call and it went straight to voicemail.
Okay, then I don't know. I don't know how to change it, and it could be because I have the connector in because the battery is running dead. I'm sorry about
All
that.
right.
I mean,
All
it
right.
did ring
Well,
one time, and
that was Carol
was
Chandler trying to call.
okay. Oh man, I can't. So you just went all head heights old school, and none of them work because the phone doesn't.
Yeah. I also got a hold of Donna,
I'm
and I
so
was
sorry, guys.
I
Huh?
also got a hold of Donna, but Donna probably couldn't make it in. I don't think she got back to me, but I could try to get a hold of
And you
Donna.
know what? I'm getting messages on my regular phone, so
Yeah,
I
regular
probably
phone.
should
Yeah,
have put this one up.
yeah.
Uh,
So I
I'm sorry.
it is what it is.
Make the
I tried.
technology
At
work.
least Michelle got
You
this.
should have gave them the link that I gave you, and then they just could have came on live.
Okay, you know what?
Dude,
Everything. Look, the world's an imperfect place.
it is. No worries. That's why I got my coffee shirt on. It was all about my favorite things, right? I needed my coffee.
Yeah. Screws fall out. The world's an imperfect place.
Hey, we didn't mention it. But hey, Harrison family, we're going to try to set up a Zoom. We're going to throw links all over Facebook or in that Zoom group so that we can kind of get together next Saturday. My dad asked me to mention that. So I want to shout out to any of the Harrisons that are listening, and we'll get together. We will Zoom and hang out. I'm going to take the number down. And again, shout out to everybody listening. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So nice that Just Simpson stopped by
We
as well
appreciate
as
everyone who listens.
right.
Next
Our cousin
week,
Jackie. Awesome.
yes.
Next week, where are we going?
I don't know where we're going yet, but you will find out with us next week
I thought
when
we
we
talked
do
about it. Because school started. We were going back to school. Come on, back to school. All right. Next week, it's all about the school theme. So it's TV shows.
Did we do a school thing?
The phone works. Hello, you're on the air with Kathy and Kenny. Explain pop culture. Who are we talking to? All right, hold on. Let's get you on the air. Hey, you're on the air with Kathy and Kenny. Explain pop culture. Who are we talking to?
Your father. Happy birthday, daughter.
Thank you, Dad. He's
okay.
Well, at least we know the phone works. Come on, the phone works. It actually works. It rang. Did you not hear it? And I think because I had it plugged into the computer, it wasn't working, but it is working. Thank you so much, Dad. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Awesome.
Thank you, Dad.
What you got? What you got for me?
No, I said thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad.
So the phone works. I'm sorry, Kenny, that we that the
No,
calls that were coming through, I did not get through because it looks like we had a New York call, a North Carolina call. I had calls coming, and none of them went through.
You know what? Next Saturday afternoon, plug in your phone and make sure it's charged.
Okay, I will do that. I will do that.
You're killing me, Small.
You're
killing me. You're killing me, Small.
Thank you so much, Samson. Thank you for the birthday call.
Killing me, Small.
Who tried to connect? We're sorry that we couldn't get through. I appreciate you, and I thank you for trying. I think that is it. That our hour is up. But this has been fun. Thank you for allowing me to share some of my favorites on my birthday in pop culture. We do this every Saturday night, 8:30 to 9:30. Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture. You can find us here on Facebook. Also, you can check us out as well on YouTube. Either way, please give us a thumbs up or a like if you're following us on YouTube.
May I say
subscribing? And
may I say something?
Sure.
Oh, there it is right there. KennyKPWalker.com. Please check out, do me a favor and check out my website because it has a link to everything I do, which is this right here, my album, the articles I write, the open mics I host, everything I do. And I got some more exciting new things coming up. So please, KennyKPWalkerJr.com. Get on my website, sign up for my email list, my mailing list, or whatever, and we're gonna have some fun. And we got some things coming up.
All right.
And I'm gonna have in the future next week, next Sunday, we are shooting a video for one of the pieces off of Throwing Paper. We're shooting a video for the title track, Throwing Paper, next Sunday. And I'm going to have another video, a homemade video of another spoken word piece, probably sometime this weekend or this week or up to. So we got some exciting things coming up and some other exciting things were coming up. And I might be starting at least one or two more podcasts. So yeah, we're having fun.
All right. Having a good time and appreciate you. Remember to I don't know. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Wash your hands. That's all we can tell you. Till next time, people. Peace out.
Peace. God bless. Go keep living.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.